Hello, welcome to Cooking with Oma. First, I wanted to thank everyone for the wonderful comments on my banana loaf. But there is one little thing I have to apologize for and mention. I forgot to mention about greasing the loaf pan. I have a friend who was very observant and asked me, "Don't you have to grease the pan?" And I said, "Oh, yes." So I have to apologize that the pan has to be greased. Then I would like to explain a little bit about my clothes I'm wearing. It is a house dress. It's not a house robe or anything, but I come from Hungary, and there all the ladies, all the women wore these house dresses to do their work in. And my mother was one of them, of course, and I saw her, and she wore these till her dying day. So this is the tradition I am following. I just have different ones, and I love them. I'm comfortable in them. Today, I'm going to make a Hungarian dish, Chicken Paprikash. I have about 4 big breasts here. I cut them up, the big ones in maybe 3-4 pieces, the little ones 2 pieces. You can use thighs, you can use the chicken breast with bone in, you can use a whole chicken and cut it up and use most of the parts. I have a couple of little drumsticks in here today because that's what I love, and it makes the gravy a little bit better if there is some bones in. Then I have a big onion, finely diced. Then I have carrots and celery for taste. Then I have the flour, which I'm going to use after for the gravy. Then I have the oil. It's almost a half a cup, which goes in the pot first. Then I have the red paprika, which is a Hungarian sweet paprika. You have to use the sweet paprika, and they have hot, but you can't use the hot. I made a mistake once, and I used hot, and boy oh boy, couldn't eat it. The oven is on medium heat. I put the oil in. I warm the oil up a little bit. And when the oil is warm, it just only takes a second, you put your onions in. The onions are in. I'm going to stir it until it's soft, not brown, but just soft. You have to stir it constantly because it might burn, and we don't want that. Now I'm putting my paprika in, stir it until it's all mixed up. Maybe I'll put the heat down a little bit. Okay, now put the chicken in. Stir the chicken. The heat has to go lower. And we put the carrots and celery in. I'm stirring the chicken pieces until all pieces are coated. Then I'm putting the spices on. First the salt, just according to taste. You can taste it after. If you need more, you put more. Then the celery salt, just a little bit. Just sprinkle. Then comes black pepper. Then comes garlic powder, not garlic salt, garlic powder. And then this is Maggi. This is a spice that you can buy in any delicatessen store or a German butcher shop or a Hungarian A lot of places sell a little bit of that in there. The spices are in. I'm coating all the pieces. The heat is on medium-low. Now I'm going to cover it up, put the lid on. Now I'm going to wait for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to check it. You have to make sure that you check it so it won't stick to the bottom. And if you see that it's almost sticking, you put a little water on, just a little bit. Stir it up, let it stand again. At about in the beginning, about every 5 minutes you check, and after maybe 15-20 minutes you put a little more water in, and then you can just let it cook. I'm checking my chicken, see how well it's going, and it's going very well. As I see it, sometimes the chicken draws a little more liquid than other times or other parts, and today I didn't need to put any water to it yet because it's cooking nicely in its own juice. Covering it up again, and in a little while I'll check it again. Just before the chicken is done, I'm going to make the mixture for the gravy. Put about 3/4 cups of water in a shaker cup, and you put your flour in, about 2 tablespoons. Then you shake it up so there is no lumps. Shake it up. Oops, it has to be closed, otherwise shake, shake, shake. Now that's done. I'm checking my chicken. Ah, it looks like it's done. Now I'm putting a little cold water before I put the mixture of flour and water in. The reason for that is it has to be cool when I put the mixture in, otherwise it will be lumpy. And there is the water, about half a cup. Now see, it's cooled off, start boiling. Now I'm pouring the mixture of the flour and water in there, and that will give it a nice consistency that we want to have for the finished product. Put the lid back on, let it boil 10 minutes, and then comes the last step. Chicken paprikash is almost done. We need some sour cream, the good one, not that low fat. I know it's maybe healthier, but this is better. About 2 tablespoons. Every bit off. And then you take a little bit of the juice from the pot into the sour cream mixture, just a little bit. And then that's it, that's enough. Cover up the pot again. Mix up the sour cream very as fine as you can, as smooth as you can. Going to turn the stove off. Then I'm going to wait a couple of minutes until the mixture starts to boil. For a reason for that is, if I put the sour cream mixture in right away, it would curdle, and we wouldn't like that. Well, the chicken started boiling. Now I can put the sour cream mixture on slowly. Try to put it on evenly. But it doesn't matter because we are going to stir it up slowly. And this is what's going to give it a different, nicer color, the way it's supposed to look. That's why it's so important to do what you have to do. My chicken paprikash is done. It's ready to serve and taste. Here I have two plates, one with pasta and one with mashed sweet potatoes. You put the chicken paprikash on top, but you can serve it with different things. You can serve it with white mashed potatoes, you can serve it with rice and different pastas. I happen to have the bow ties, which I love. But there is all whatever you have at home, you can use it. Just boil it up and use it. This is for my son, the cameraman, with all the white breasts and some sauce. And this is for me. This is my favorite. Sauce. Doesn't that look yummy? And now I made some coleslaw, which is another one of our favorites. My family, my friends, a lot of people want the recipe. My next session, I'm going to give you the recipe for my delicious coleslaw. And now, a little bit for me. And now comes the best part, the tasting part. Some pasta, 2 pieces of chicken, yummy, delicious. I hope you enjoy my Hungarian chicken paprikash. Thank you for watching Cooking with Oma. Until next time.